Hello and thank you so much for joining me tonight. Tonight is a really fun extra bonus night. I am partnering with Crafting Together with All Brands Facebook group, which is a really large group of lovely people who create together, and we are doing a vlog hop, so a video hop with the theme of night skies. So tonight I thought I would do a fun, quick and easy card that has quite a night sort of theme to it, but it's going to be a Christmas card. So getting started, I'm going to do some simple ink blending. I'm using Faded Jeans and Mermaid Lagoon. So I'm starting with Mermaid Lagoon in the middle, and I'm going to add my darker color to the outside edge and kind of blend them into each other. So I'm kind of just starting out with a big splodge in the middle of my lighter color, going around the edge with the darker color, and I am using watercolor card. Now I find watercolor card is so much easier for ink blending. I just find that it kind of keeps the color on the surface a bit longer. It doesn't kind of suck it in so quickly. So it gives me an opportunity to blend my colors a lot easier and smoother with a lot less faffing about, as quite quick. So there's my little background all ready to go. I've got kind of my night sky going on. Next, I'm going to use a Christmas stamp. This one here, I'm not even sure if it's available anymore, but all the products that are available, I will do my best to link down below for you if you want to check them out. This is a last year's Christmas set. And then I've also got a stencil from Pretty Gets Gritty, which I'm going to use for my snowy background. So I'm going to heat emboss my sentiment onto my background so that it is nice and quick and easy and dry. And I also wanted to do it in white, and I find white ink just doesn't show up as well as using a embossing powder instead. So I'm going to go ahead and use my embossing powder bag, make sure that I don't have any static stuck to that background, and made sure it was very dry as well before I got that embossing ink out. So I've gone ahead and stamped it on and sprinkled some white embossing powder over the top, and then I can go ahead and heat set it. I am going through this video very quickly because I want you to enjoy creating with me and not get too bored if it's too long. And it's a nice, simple, quick and easy Christmas card to make. The next thing I'm doing is using some of my low tack tape. This is the mint tape from scrapbook.com. It's a nice fat roll, so if you've got any kind of masking paper, that would work, or you could just use some removable adhesive on the back of a piece of like scrap cardstock. And I'm just stamping up my image, fussy cutting around it so that I can make sure that I keep that middle central bit free from any gunk, because I'm going to go a little bit mixed media and throw a whole bunch of stuff on top of my card front. So I'm cutting it out. It's not quite dry, hence all the smudging, but it doesn't matter because it's just a mask. We're not actually using it as our card base, but I'm going to use a scrap bit of paper just to make sure I press it down really well so I don't smudge the black ink on my card base. Now I've got some craft glue. This is PVA glue. Same thing as normal PVA glue, but not as runny. So it's just slightly thicker, which is what we want for making our homemade paste. I'm using mica powders today to make my paste. I'm going to use the light gold and the cotton white from Arteza. This is my little set of mica powders that I've had for about 3 years, and they are still going strong. You can use makeup, just crush up your makeup, your eyeshadow, or if you've got powdered eyeshadow, that's even better. And what we're going to do is we're going to kind of go about 1 splodge of glue and about 2/3 or half of the mica powder, sort of equivalent. I'm just kind of making it up as I go. The glue dries clear, so the mica powder will be nice and pigmented and show through. Here is my mixed media skills at its finest. I really suck with stencils. I make such a bloomin' mess every time I use them. It's not my forte, but I really like them and I like to have a go every so often, but you can see I did make a little smudgy there. I'm going to save the rest of that for another card, and I do actually share another card with you at the end, so make sure you stick right to the very end and then you can kind of give me your opinion on which you like better. So I've done my gold up, and now I'm just going to take my white and I'm going to do my white as well. So my white kind of looks like snow. The gold is just pretty. I like the gold. I think it goes really well with a dark blue. It really shines and stands out. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just mixing it all together with my glue. It really doesn't matter if you don't get a good ratio of glue to mica powder. The thing we're just going for is getting that mica powder to stick onto our card. So as long as you've got enough glue that it's not this like chunky, thick, horrific paste that it spreads, you'll be fine. There's more of my master skills at work there with the stencil. Now I also wanted to add in some black because my card base is black, which is a 5 and an 1/8 card base by 5 1/8, and this panel here is 5 inches by 5 inches. I'm sorry I didn't say that at the beginning. I like square cards, so I just decided to go with a 5 by 5 panel for my top of my card. Now I'm just going to go and add some black splodges on. And now, if you're looking at this, you're going, holy my days, that is a hot mess. And it is a hot mess. I did have a rethink about this at the end because I thought, oh my goodness, this is quite a lot on here. And in my cleverness, I forgot that I used glue as my sort of base. So when that glue kind of seeped through my mask a little bit, it pulled up some of that ink that was underneath it. It stuck to my paper quite well. So I'm going to bring in these little ink blending brushes. I got these from Alina's shop on AliExpress. I can link them down below for you. And these are uber duper tiny. So I can go ahead and just fill in those little splotches that I pulled up with the ink again and just kind of re-ink blend over top of those places. And at the end, when I show you a close-up, it's not quite dry yet. So here you can see it's now mounted onto my card and all finished. You can see that shine and that sheen. But you can see where I kind of fixed my boo-boos, but that is just because it's still wet. I haven't dried it yet. Here's my second make. I toned it down a lot, and I only put on a few splodges here and there. So let me know which one you like in the comments down below. But I hope you had fun with this. I hope you learned something new and it wasn't too quick for you. But I would love it if you had a go and got creative as well with this night sky theme. Don't forget to check out the others in the description box. You can go ahead and click their links and join along with the hop. Take care and have a fantastic day. Bye.